Hey YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. It's that Van Guy again with another weekly video. We're going to be checking out this piece in detail. I didn't really get much last week in the form of diecast, so I just wanted to make a video to provide content for you guys to try to get out at least 1 to 2 videos a week, every week, which sometimes it's a challenge if you're ordering stuff from overseas or whatever and it takes a while to get. And, you know, sometimes you get a bunch of stuff in 1 week and then other weeks you don't really find much. So I briefly showed this in a previous video, but I never really dove into it too much as far as showing all the detail and checking it out. So I just kind of pushed it off to the side. So this is made by XTR Toys. And this is a full function radio control according to the information. I've never owned one of these before. I wasn't really familiar with XTR Toys. I've never heard of it, but it says featuring working LED headlights and taillights. It says Hot Shop Customs remote control vehicle. And I do see a lot of these on eBay. So if you're into RC cars or an RC van in this case, they do have a lot of different versions of this, different paint schemes and different colors. They're all pretty much exactly the same fantasy custom van. And we'll just check out some of the box and info, and we'll open it up. And I think I even have some batteries laying around we could use. It is a 1/18 scale size, so not really huge, although it does say 1/18 scale, but I don't know, it seems kind of like in between, in my opinion, of like a 1/18 scale and like a 1/24 scale. So I don't think it's a true 1/18 scale. It seems kind of small for that. But that's what it says on the box. And just give you some more box information. Fabricated from steel, hammered into rolling works of art, showcasing the new breed of customs that make Cali the customizing capital of the world. That's how we roll, Cali style. But I don't believe this RC van is made out of metal or steel. I believe it's all plastic. So, and here's the bottom. It looks like you need 2 AA batteries for the remote controller and 4 AA batteries for the vehicle. Yeah, it requires 6 AA batteries. So here's some information, some of the sponsors or branding on the van. Looks like it has a 2011 production date on the box, so it probably was released around 2012. And then it has more information. Looks like this was made in China. XTR Toys. And then there's the phone number. Not sure if that still works. But we're going to open it up and take it out of the box, and we'll check it out in detail. And I do happen to have some batteries laying around, so we might even be able to get some action shots of it today. Looks like the tape's already been cut. Take it out of the box. And I do have a 1/18 scale, some 1/18 scale diecast here in my diecast room, so we might be able to, I might be able to compare just to give you an idea of scale on this thing. Looks like you're going to need a screwdriver to get it out. Looks like it's held in with 2 screws. Actually 3. So let me just pause the video here while I get that undone. Okay, I was able to get the controller and the van out of the box. Just 3 screws. Screws came out fairly easy. It's definitely not made out of metal at all. It's very light. It's all plastic. It's definitely feels pretty flimsy. It's not a flexible plastic, it's like a hard plastic, but it definitely feels super light. And this is obviously more of a toy. It's definitely not what I would consider a hobby grade RC, remote control vehicle. It's definitely like more of a toy, but it probably sold at more of a toy price point when it was sold. Not sure exactly what stores these were available in. Probably like a Walmart or some sort of a box store. But yeah, it is a cool looking van. I'll throw it on the turntable so we could check it out, and then I'll show you like where the batteries go and all that stuff. Thankfully, it is super light, so my turntable should be able to handle it fairly easily. But it is a very cool, very custom, like fantasy van. It's got some nice big rims on it, and it's like slammed on the ground, lowered. I like the particular paint job on this one. I like the flames. Now it says it has working headlights and taillights, so we'll test that out once we get the batteries in it. I've seen a lot of different paint schemes for sale on eBay. So if you do like this type of a little RC van and you wanted to pick one up, just do a search on eBay for XTR radio controlled van, probably, or Hot Shop Customs. You should be able to find one fairly cheap. And I'm just going to show you, kind of give you an example of some different scales that I have. Here's a shot of the bottom. Looks like it has a little bit of an alignment adjuster on the bottom, so you can adjust the steering a little. And it looks like it has an on-off switch. It looks like you will need a screwdriver to open up the battery door. So in order to change the batteries or to put batteries in it, I think we're going to need the screwdriver again. There's a shot of the top. But here's a 1/18 scale. I just happen to have laying around here in my diecast room. This is a 1/18 scale A-Team van from Greenlight. And here is the supposed 1/18 scale RC car. And I would say it's quite a bit smaller. I mean, it is a fantasy van, so it is kind of, I guess, if it's not a real van, it's kind of hard to put it in perspective. But you can see it is quite a bit smaller in a side-by-side comparison. It's shorter, smaller, not as tall, definitely not as wide. So it doesn't feel like a 1/18 scale to me. Here's like a 1/24 scale Mystery Machine. And it's almost not, it's a little bit wider than the 1/24 scale Mystery Machine, but it's definitely longer. I don't know, kind of an oddball, but nonetheless, we're gonna check it out. We'll throw some batteries in it, and we maybe even will be able to give it a rip. So let's crack open the bottom, grab my handy dandy screwdriver. It's in there pretty snug, but it doesn't seem like it wants to strip immediately, which is good. Okay, standard battery case. Okay, checking polarity here, make sure we're putting the batteries in correctly. Got 1, 2, 3, and 4. cover back in, put the screw in so we don't lose that. I'll just kind of put it in just a little bit snug, just enough so the screw doesn't stick down too far. Okay, now we'll put the batteries in the controller. The controller comes with this antenna taped into the packaging underneath it, and then you just screw that antenna in. So I already screwed it in. Again, looks like we're going to need a screwdriver to get the battery door open. But this thing again does feel really cheap and lightweight, like there's really not much to it. Throw a couple batteries in it, and then we'll fire it up. And you know, this thing is it's brand new out of the box, but it is technically an old item, so we'll see. Hopefully it still works, but it was still screwed into the original packaging and everything, so I kind of doubt that it's been run yet. I think this will be its inaugural run. Well, we got a light that came on, so that's good. And let's turn this on. Looks like we got some steering. Just got some lights coming on. Looks like when you put it in reverse, the taillights come on. And when you put it in drive, the headlights come on. So I guess the headlights only work when it's engaged in drive, and the taillights only work when you put the reverse lights on. And then, as far as I can tell, it doesn't look like we have any lights at all when you steer it right or left. So I don't know, we'll see how my camera picks up this. I'll see if I can get some action shots of it. We'll see how, give it a run down the hallway. I got a nice concrete floor in the basement here where I live, so we can maybe give it a run or two, see how fast it is, and hopefully my camera can keep it all in focus for you. Okay, not really too impressed with the performance. It does have a little bit of fine-tuning for the steering, which I didn't really take the time to adjust much. But I did adjust it once, and it did make a little bit of a difference. I probably could have continued with it. Banged it up into a couple walls and a couple of doorways because it doesn't have the sharpest turning radius, and it's not the most responsive. Also, the distance on the remote is not very far, maybe 10 feet, with the antenna fully extended. So again, it's more of a toy than a real RC car. You know, perfect for little kids or maybe indoors, or maybe, you know, if you have a nice smooth driveway outdoors, it wouldn't be bad. It is very low, so I don't think it would do very well, you know, on bumpy, uneven sidewalks or like a gravel or dirt road. It would be better for a nice smooth asphalt, like a nice fresh parking lot or concrete. And like I said, it's not very fast. It doesn't have very much distance on the remote, and you know, it's not the most responsive steering, but it is a cool model. And you know, if you're really into RC cars and you know your stuff, I'm sure you could open it up and do some major modifications on it, put like a brushless motor inside and really let it go, watch it go crazy. But yeah, as it stands, stock out of the box, not too impressive. Again, like I said, it's more of a toy than a real hobby grade RC car or van. But there's a little review for you guys on the XTR Hot Shop Customs van. Like I said, they're sold in a lot of different paint schemes. So if you think this is a cool van and maybe you just want to buy it to set it on the shelf with your other, you know, die-cast vans, it's definitely a cool piece. It's very stylish and definitely custom and cool. But as far as an RC car goes, it's not really that thrilling. It's more of a cheap toy than a real RC car. So that's it for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're in the market for some die-cast display cases, feel free to watch the end of the video to get some information. I have a promo code just for my subscribers where you can get 15% off your order at Mascar Displays. So if you're interested in that, or in the market for some display cases, by all means, watch the rest of the video and check it out. Don't forget to check me out on Facebook and Instagram. I'm that_diecast_van_guy on Instagram, and Facebook, I'm just that van guy. I'll have links in the description to both. I'll also have links and info for the Mascar Displays website. So thanks again for watching, guys. I appreciate all your views and comments and thumbs up, and I really appreciate you watching. And until next time, have a great day. Hey guys, here's a shot of my Mascar Ultima displays, some with dust covers like the one in the middle here. You can see you got a little extra glare on it because it's got a hard dust cover that goes over the top, and then I have a couple without. So just wanted to give you a quick shot of what they look like with cars in them. As a thank you to all my subscribers, right now you can go to the Mascar Displays website and get 15% off your order when you use the promo code VANGUY. That's VANGUY, VANGUY. So check out Mascar Displays. I'll leave a link in the description to their website, and you can get 15% off your order as a thank you to all my subscribers.